AI is the big buzzer right now, but if you lose your focus, AI can be disastrous. Well, to talk about this AI's adaptation, its process, I have an expert with me today at the News First Podbox right here at the National AI Expo and Conference 2025. Joining with me is Mr. Raja Mansukhani from Comviva Technology. Welcome on to our Podbox.
Thank you so much, Ashini.
And Mr. Raja, now tell me, when you take AI as a whole concept, it might be too heavy for a business, a country, a nation to just adapt it as and when you want. So there's going to be a lot of changes happening in an organization when AI comes into play. And how do we adapt to these changes? What's the process?
It's a great question. I think it's a fundamental question, actually. So, and I can speak with our experience within Comviva. So, we are a 25-year-old company. We are not a startup. We are present in over 100 countries, serve more than 100 large enterprises. So, when we were sort of exposed to the world of AI, we looked at it as an opportunity to leapfrog rather than a threat. So, what we did is first we understood the relevancy of what we want from AI rather than getting caught up in the buzz. There are so many facets of AI which are evolving almost daily, right? And it's easy to get yourself dragged into a situation where we create a clutter, and at the end of the day, it becomes very counterproductive and it distracts the entire organization as well. So at Comviva, what we did is we took a step back.
But the generic concept is that AI can replace you or the work that you do, right?
So there are two schools of thoughts. We believe in the school of thought of partnering with AI, and let me explain how we did that. So we created a relevant framework for ourselves. It's very important for you to define the boundaries of AI for yourself or your organization. So we looked at the use of AI in terms of relevancy to our organization as well as to our clients that we are serving globally. So there are four aspects of the framework that we created. One, we are a software product company. So we created a roadmap to become an AI native product company. The second fact that we looked at is engineering excellence. And in that engineering excellence, there are multiple areas to focus on. There is quality, there is productivity, there is governance. We looked at it holistically. And of course, there are underlying tools to serve that purpose. The third area that we looked at is operations. How do you bundle AI ops into products? And the last area was governance and cybersecurity. It's very important to understand the kind of threats that AI can create. So there is AI, which is helping cybersecurity and governance, but then you need cybersecurity and governance for AI. It's a two-way street.
So it's like co-independent on each other.
Absolutely, because with the kind of data exposure, you bring in a lot of threats into your ecosystem also. So it's a very important part of building the plan. Now the underlying layer for this is making sure your employees are upskilled, right? So there needs to be enough awareness on AI. And this is not about the role that you're playing in an organization, whether you're a software engineer or you're an HR personnel, or even if you are a finance person, it cuts across. So awareness of AI is fundamental for our organization across the board. Then there is a second aspect of training, which is very functional. The way an HR function would use AI versus a software developer will be different. And then the third area is competency. How do you upskill to create a proficient level of competency within the organization for a certain a percentage of the entire organization itself? So we created a framework called ATC, Awareness, Training and Competency. Now, AI is foundational to our transformation journey. Now, what we miss out on is that the biggest resistance to artificial intelligence is actually human intelligence. The resistance to change. And cultural transformation is sort of sitting right at the center of our plan and what we are executing, because if we don't communicate this well, if we don't create the right partnership with AI, it can be easily be perceived as a threat.
Mr. Roger, can you emphasize on some of the challenges that actually may come through when you can't really adopt to the change that AI is going to bring to your business?
That's a great question. So what typically would happen is, and if I put you in a situation where, let's say you're a software engineer just starting your journey of learning, and you are handed a tool to create code, right? The first thought that comes to your mind is, how am I going to learn if AI is going to do it for me, then why am I needed? So this is where that
The basic question, will AI replace me?
absolutely. So this is where I was saying that how do you partner with AI? So there is a lot that any organization needs. Again, from the same example from a software engineer, right? And how do you move the activities from day-to-day menial tasks into something which is more strategic in nature? The same person can actually play an architectural role, a strategic role, a product roadmap role. And that's where the real energy and focus would lead to the learning curve moving faster. So if you use AI as a partner, the learning curve for that particular person, the growth journey of that person, and also the productivity for the organization both go hand in hand. So it's a win-win situation. If we are not able to create that win-win situation, then there will always be resistance to that change because it is perceived as threat, which it is not.
So that's where when one feels like AI is going to be a threat to whatever you do. That is basically the catch point of the
Absolutely.
whole scenario. Well, this is Raja Mansukhani joining with us today, representing Comviva Technology, right here at the News First Podbox. Thank you so much, Mr. Raja, for joining us today. And until we meet you once again with another exclusive, signing off for now, I am Hashni Patirana from the National AI Expo and Conference 2025.